WZX8BTNA BMS with charge screen and fire protection. Albeit electric vehicles are the transportation's future, there have been numerous instances of EV battery portraying fire, raising worries about their security and efficiency. Here we plan a framework that will not just screen the battery and charge it securely, yet in addition safeguard it stay away from mishaps from happening. This framework will give cautions about battery status, charging boundaries, and temperature levels. The framework has two kinds of charging: quick charging and slow charging. We now begin with slow charging. The framework, the battery is charged at a lower current. In this mode, music. At the point when we change to quick charging choice, the framework charges the battery at a higher current for quicker charging. Moreover, the framework consequently turns off the charging when the battery is completely energized to keep away from any harm due to overcharging. Enlistment, engine regulator and assurance framework. Acceptance engines have been utilized generally in various fields, going from homegrown machines to modern hardware. With regards to machines, engines are the most weak parts to harm since they produce movement. This framework points in controlling the direction and speed of the induction motor and safeguarding it from high vibration and temperature. E-bicycle speed regulator framework utilizing STM bikes powered by fuel are gradually supplanted by electric bicycles since greener electric bikes are available. Allow us to check out at this new framework, which controls the speed of an e-bicycle according to its choke with utilization of a STM controller, so that you can check out the system is turned on and we will choke, so the choke behaves like a potentiometer, OK, which is the contribution of which is taken care of to the HTM microcontroller, and based on that the regulator will work the DC engine. The control will build the speed, and as the speed increments and the wheel speed increments, and we have a sensor here. It is an IR-based sensor which is utilized to quantify the speed, and the deliberate speed is then shown on the OLED show utilizing the STM controller. Shrewd vehicle front light auto exchanging and managing. The Intensity smart cars have undergone numerous updates times, but not the headlights. Gone through huge changes. Well, here we foster savvy vehicle headlights which turn on consequently at nightfall and change their force appropriately to save energy. This framework consequently controls the brilliance of the light and turns it on also off contingent upon the lighting conditions. Outside the framework, right off the bat we will turn on the ignition. Let's use our hands to stimulate dimness over the LDR sensor. In the event that the lighting is under a certain limit, the framework begins the drove board. The framework ceaselessly screens the outside lighting level and changes the power of the drove light. It darkens, or on the other hand expands the splendor to accomplish the ideal brightening. Now when we turn off the controller's ignition, sits tight for minutes and consequently switches off the headlights to keep away from battery channel. Contactless switch for load exchanging. Today, contact switches are the most normal strategy for turning off home appliances, lights, fans, and other things. Changing the electricity load necessitates actual work, yet with this new framework we can turn off the heap with practically no contact by utilizing STM controller. Foreign flooring framework utilizing Raspberry Pi. Expanding urbanization has made traditional security measures against theft less successful, as cheats have figured out how to avoid or debilitate this frameworks to address the security worries. Here we propose an IoT-based enemy of robbery flooring framework utilizing Raspberry Pi. At the point when the mortgage holders go out, the framework is turned on and any development on the floor is followed and frightened over IoT. Sunlight-based power manage an account with remote charging, with cell phones becoming progressively dependent on power banks for charging. It represents an issue when there is no admittance to conventional power outlets, particularly while voyaging. Let's look at the solar energy bank. With a limit of mAh which accompanies a foldable plan, making it exceptionally versatile and helpful for voyages. The power bank additionally includes a drove pointer to show the current battery limit, permitting clients to screen the charge level without any problem. Do-it-yourself variable oscilloscope. Smartwatch oscilloscopes are ordinarily bigger and larger, requiring a surface that is stable or a committed workbench for activity. Likewise, they are less versatile contrasted with a smartwatch. Allow us to look at this variable oscilloscope smartwatch that can be worn on the wrist, offering high versatility. Furthermore, is helpful to convey any place you go. Foreign charging of electric vehicles wirelessly. System utilizing charging links and fittings require manual association and detachment of an automobile away from the charging station. This cycle can be less advantageous, particularly in awful atmospheric conditions or in the event that the charging station is completely occupied. With this remote charging, one can just drive the vehicle on this power transmitters and the charging system starts naturally ceaselessly any place. So these loops are associated with a transformer which is utilized to drive them. How fundamentally the framework functions in. As you can see, the solar panel here is utilized to charge the battery utilizing controllers for charge, so that the charge from the battery is switched over completely to AC power, utilizing the transformer in light of the fact that for power is needed for wireless transmission to be AC power, and the power is followed by communicated from the loops out and about. It is gotten by the curl under the vehicle, and this got power is again changed over into DC with the goal that it would be utilized to charge the vehicle battery. So presently, how about we move the vehicle over the track, and as you can see, as it moves over the street, the power is moved remotely to the circuit. And as you can see how the vehicle's box was designed to be transparent, as well as the mounted coil inside the vehicle is utilized to control vehicle circuit and furthermore show the voltage generator. So here we can see the voltage that is created gotten at the vehicle and its traversal of road, and the system works in this way: AC to high voltage DC utilizing voltage multiplier circuit. Our venture means to construct a framework that fosters a high voltage DC up to kV utilizing a volt AC input. This kind of framework is ordinarily utilized in different electronic gadgets like oscilloscopes, television picture tubes, washing machines, and modern hardware. The voltage multiplier works by increasing the voltage continuously at each stage in the long run. Coming to the wanted yield voltage, we should turn on the system. As you can see, the voltage is progressively expanding and the force of bulb continues diminishing. It's all on the grounds that the capacitors are charging. It's troublesome and perilous to measure such a high worth of voltage using a meter for average voltage, so we made a game plan across the register to compute the voltage. At a certain point the voltage gets steady and further worth is shown on multimeter. So as you can see, the multimeter is displaying the volt value, which is to reach volt once and for all capacitors are get completely energized. So we having resistors in our framework, consequently the worth will be into which is kilowatt roughly. So this is the secret. The framework works. Hello, music.